Don't miss these floating eyes. Green moss on the ditch. The palm-sized giant in front of me. Just look at his two powerful crab claws. If you don't die, you have to lose a piece of meat. It's about putting one foot on the crab. Facing the blue crab is a five-flower goose. It's definitely very conscientious. Gorilla began to continue rowing the boat, trying to find other blue crabs. Spotted a blue crab basking in the sun. He also immediately buried his body in the water. It's tantamount to lying. I grabbed the mother's red water and fed it. This blue crab is going to be a circle, that doesn't affect it at all. After stepping on the crab body and having a big second meal, blue crab. But if you want to catch a huge chicken, alkali alone is not enough for blue crabs. Due to the fact that giant blue crabs are very responsive, they would crawl into the mud hole and hide. So Gorilla had to risk. Put your hand into the mud hole on the shore. Fortunately, to feel the blood. Years of experience in catching the sea. Tiamat. He just needs to stretch out his hand casually to be precise. Back. The blue crab caught this time is really good. So he had to give up the cave target. But after some groping, these caves are essentially empty. Gorilla couldn't help but wonder the area has been robbed by other sea chasers. Just as he stood there at a loss, suddenly there was a sizzling sound of bubbles found in the silt. At this moment, a leaning nap, just the size of a crab shell. When he opened a huge crab, it's all gorilla. At least, to caddies in size. Every few steps, under a patch of green moss. At a glance, these two blue crabs are not the same size. Then they took them to the boat. After tasting the sweetness, then the targets shifted to beneath the weeds on the beach. There are many big and small things under this grass. Analysis. So he pushed the weeds away, little by little, the cave to sunlight. And they did. Because the cave is too raw, drive out. But this blue crab doesn't seem to be planning to escape with open arms. Scylla claws off. So he decided to risk being pinched. Fortunately, it was all right in the end. I have two. The resources of these mangroves are simply too abundant. I caught a bucket full of it with ease. There are about 10 visually